Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve. We've got Elon Musk versus Klaus Schwab at the World Government Forum. Two men with two very different visions for the future. You are not going to want to miss this. Last week, both Elon Musk and the World Economic Forum Chairman Klaus Schwab spoke at what's called the World Government Summit in Dubai, an organization that's been meeting since 2013 and brings together leaders and experts in various fields to discuss global challenges and propose solutions for shaping the future of government and the world. Of interest was how both Musk and Schwab had very different, competing ideas about how best to utilize the coming artificial intelligence revolution that promises to define the 21st century, much the way electricity defined the 20th. Whether we like it or not, we are living in an age of artificial intelligence. In many respects, theorists and inventors are arguing that AI is the new electricity, in a manner comparable to the ways in which all our devices got electrified, literally all our devices. We even have electric toothbrushes, for heaven's sakes. Just like we could take any device and plug it in and electrify it, as it were. So now we're going through a process where we can plug in any device and it can be cognified into a kind of artificial intelligence. What we all too often forget is that we already have lots of AI all around us. When we travel in an airplane, we're flying on what is basically a mass computer. Apart from the few minutes involved in the takeoff and the landing, the flight is basically taken over by artificially cognified processes. Many of us use Siri or Google Now or Cortana as personal assistants to help find a particular restaurant or remind us to call someone or simply get information on virtually any subject imaginable in seconds. Now it's reached new heights with ChatGPT, which can assemble entire research papers. Smart cars with automatic brake sensors are becoming more and more prevalent. Fraud detection, our computer firewalls are all run by AI technologies. Online customer support increasingly involves actually talking to a robot who responds to our answers and commands. Big tech algorithms are largely functions of AI, from security devices to smartphones, from bank withdrawals to everyday appliances. We're more and more surrounded by the technologies of artificial intelligence. But where things get really interesting is the extent to which we become merged with artificial intelligence. We're already doing cyborgs, right? The intermingling of biology and technology. We do have bionic technology that uses implants directly inserted into the human body, like cochlear implants and bone-anchored prosthetics. And more basically, Elon Musk has argued that our smartphones and our computers are in many respects extensions of ourselves. So whether formally or informally, we are augmenting humans in human capacity. And so the question that arises is, where do we draw the line with all of that? And this is where the two visions offered by Musk and Schwab seem to most diverge from one another. For Musk, it's absolutely crucial that the risks of AI for human civilization, again, that's the key, human civilization, must be fully appreciated as we begin to utilize it.
I think artificial intelligence is something we need to be quite concerned about and really be attentive to the safety of AI. You mentioned ChatGPT earlier. I played a significant role in the creation of OpenAI. Essentially, at the time, I was concerned that Google was not paying enough attention to AI safety, and so I, with a number of other people, created OpenAI, and although initially it was created as an open source nonprofit, and now it is closed source and for profit. I don't have any stake in OpenAI anymore, nor am I on the board, nor do I control it in any way. But the ChatGPT, I think, has illustrated to people just how advanced AI has become. Because the AI has been advanced for a while, it just didn't have a user interface that was accessible to most people. So what really ChatGPT has done is just put an accessible user interface on AI technology that has been present for a few years. And there are much more advanced versions of that are coming out. So I think I think we need to really be...
Now, the key here for regulating AI safety, as I understand it, is that while AI can help and enrich humanity, it can also replace it. And therein lies the problem. There's a comparable ethical concern in the use of steroids in sports, for example. When steroids are used for supplementing the healing process, that's considered ethically permissible because it's there to help us realize our potential that's been inadvertently impaired. This is where you have things like AI prosthetics, cochlear implants, and the like. But if steroids are being used to overcome impediments that are natural to the human condition, they're considered to be illegitimately performance enhancing. Again, the line seems to be one of maintaining the nature of what it means to be human. To cross that line, to go beyond reparative or supplemental roles and instead begin to push limits that exceed our humanity, that's where we begin dealing with the devil here. And speaking of that, that's exactly what Klaus Schwab seemed to be advocating.
And we are just now where we move into the exponential phase. And I agree. Artificial intelligence, but not only artificial intelligence, but also the metaverse, near space technologies, and I could go on and on, synthetic biology. Our life in 10 years from now will be completely different, very much affected, and who masters those technologies in some way will be the master of the world.
Those who master these technologies are the ones who will master the world. You can't make this guy up. The concern that surrounds the WEF, especially with comments like that, is that the WEF is concerned with what is technically known as life chances. Now, life chances refers to the various ways in which individuals can seek to better their lives. And the problem with the WEF is that because of their radical environmentalism, where they see humanity as basically a pathogen to the planet, they believe that the behavior of humanity has to be radically regulated and engineered by a cooperation of big business and big government. And that's the key to the WEF. You see, at no Davos meeting will you ever hear corporations are at fault. You'll never hear that. Corporations are not at fault. Governments are not at fault. Who's at fault for threatening the planet? We are. Collectively, we are in the day-to-day choices that we make each and every day. And so our choices have to be regulated, or else we'll all supposedly suffer. And so it's essential that the WEF figure out how to control our life chances. The problem is that the control of life chances is a key characteristic of totalitarian regimes. The control and manipulation of where people can live, how much money they can have, where they can access bank accounts, where and for whom they can work, whether they can be promoted. Sound familiar? The control of all that is the key characteristic of totalitarian regimes. And that's what makes Schwab's comments about total control and mastering the world so pernicious. So there you have it, two very different visions of AI. Note it's not as simple as, will we master it or will it master us? Precisely because there are those in the world who want to master it precisely in order to master the world, which of course means mastering us. This is the devil's bargain before us. Will we have leaders who represent us or who rule us? Artificial intelligence has just made that question all the more real. As always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. You'll definitely want to check out my latest video on Nikki Haley. Her campaign is already a total and complete disaster. You're not going to want to miss this. So make sure to click on that link and I'll see you over there. God bless.